Hi, and welcome back to another car conversation. Happy Friday. I hope you all had a wonderful week. My week was great. I can't complain. It was busy, but it was great nonetheless. And so, as this weekend is upon us, my goal is to do as little as possible just because I'm ready to sit back and just relax, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I do not feel the need, especially since in light of what's going on right now, I do not feel the need to just rip and run the streets every daggone weekend. I enjoy being able to just sit back and do nothing, sip on a cup of tea, and read. Matter of fact, I'm enjoying if you watched my catch up with me video from Monday. I told you guys that I'm reading a new book, Iyanla's book. It's called One Day My Soul Opened Up or something similar to that. It's a 40-day journal, and it is y'all, it's going great. Let me just say that. So I would encourage you all to think about getting that book and reading it because it is phenomenal. So I'm going to sit back and read my journal and or read her book, I should say, figure out what activity I need to do for the day, sip on a couple of cups of tea, and like I said, just sit back and just chill. And again, in light of what's going on out in the world, I'm not really interested in ripping and running the streets anyway. Okay? So let's get into today's topic. And today I'm going to be talking about, are you listening? Are you listening? So I want you guys to start to I want you to start listening more. We as a people, we hear a lot, but we're not really listening. Because in my opinion, they're two different things. You can hear stuff, but you're not fully listening. See, I can hear you, but if I'm not truly listening, I hear you, but I'm not hearing you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so I want you all to start listening. Start listening to your body. Okay, because your body speaks to you and it tells you things. Do you realize that when you have aches and pains, that's your body telling you, you need to go see about me because something's not quite right here. But we usually dismiss it, don't we? We'll put some creams on or whatever it is that you're using because we're thinking that, hey, that'll get rid of the aches and the pains. And a lot of times it does. But unless you know exactly what's going on, you need excuse me, y'all. Who my sinuses? Jesus, I might have to break down and just take some because if you know me, I'm not a pill popper, so I can't stay. Am I listening to my body? Because my sinuses are draining. I'm sneezing, so I really need to take something. But I'm just like I said, I'm not a pill popper, so I have a hard time taking stuff even when I have colds, but I'm gonna have to listen to my body and probably just do that. But that's a whole, but I digress. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, start listening to your body. See, your body is telling you stuff. I have arthritis in my knees, so when I have pain in my knees, I know where that's coming from. But if you are an overweight person or you're having pains in your knees and you've never gone to see about what's causing that pain, your body is speaking to you. Your body is trying to tell you, you need to go and see about me because something's going on and you need to figure out what that is. So start listening to your body. When you have to walk up a flight of stairs and you are huffing and puffing and y'all know what I'm talking about because we all have been there. That's your body telling you you need to lose some weight, okay? But we need to start listening to our bodies and start taking better care of our bodies, and now is the perfect time to do that. If like I said, you have your little aches and pains, your shortness of breath, all of that, that's your body talking to you, so you need to be in tune with it. When I ask the question, are you listening? Are you listening to what people are telling you, but also listening to what they're not telling you? See, because I've come to understand what you don't say is way more important than sometimes than what you are saying. I don't know about y'all, but I'm listening. See, because you can be telling me about ABC over here, but I'm listening to XYZ because that didn't come out your mouth, but it was definitely implied. But if you're not in tune to what the person is saying, you didn't hear it. Okay? Are you listening when somebody says to you, this relationship, I don't know if it's quite working out, and maybe we need to rethink things. Are you really listening when people say stuff like that? Because what they're really saying to you is that I don't truly want to be in this relationship anymore, but I don't want to be the bad guy. So I figure if I put it out there like that, you'll catch the hint and decide to move on so that they don't have to be the bad person. Again, I need you all to really start to listen. Again, listen to what people are saying, but most importantly, listen to what they're not saying. Because in my opinion, what people don't say to me is way more important than what actually is coming out of your mouth. Okay, that's just me. Maybe that's not how it works for you, but for me, that's what I hear. That's what I see. That's what I feel, and that's what I think. Okay. Do you, but I'm just saying, you got to listen because people are speaking to us all the time. They're speaking to us all the time, but if we're not listening, we're missing out on a whole lot. Okay? When you're at work and let's say, you've been doing a great job and you're talking to your supervisor about a raise, and your supervisor says, well, unfortunately, there's no potential for growth, in this position. Believe them. If they told you that, believe them, and you need to start looking for something else. Too often we will stay in jobs because your supervisor said, well, there's no potential for growth. And you're like, well, I'm hanging anyway because something else might open up. I'm hearing you. I'm listening. You told me there's no potential for growth. I'm going to believe that. So now it's time for me to pack up my stuff and move on someplace else. So all I want you guys to do is really start listening, starting today. Open your ears, open your eyes, and be in tune with what's going on around you, and really start to listen to people. And I'm going to leave you with this. When we talk about, are you listening to God? See, because I believe that God speaks to all of us. Whether you hear him in an audible voice or not, God speaks to all of us. And a lot of times he will use other people to tell you what he needs you to know or what he needs you to do. But the question is, are you listening? So that's one of my prayers every day. Lord, help me to have an ear to hear. Okay? Keep my heart and my mind open so that if you're speaking to me, I'm not missing out on anything. Because I don't want to be going left if God is telling me to go right. You've got to listen. Okay? Life will be so much better once you open up and really start to listen. Because I guarantee you, too many times we're missing out on opportunities. I might have to get me another tripod because this one is acting a fool. It's not sticking right. Sorry about that, y'all. Many times we bring on so many issues that didn't have to be if only you were just listening. Because again, when I was talking about listening to what people aren't saying, people are speaking to you even when they don't open their mouth and say a word. Their actions are talking to you. So you need to open your mind up, open your heart up, and again, listen. Not just for what is coming out of people's mouths. Listen to their actions. Watch their actions. Because you know what? You don't have to open your mouth and say a word to me. If you're not really feeling me, your actions are going to tell me that. You know why? Because I'm listening and I'm paying attention. Your mouth says anything. My mouth can say anything. But your actions, to me, speak louder than your words. But you've got to be listening. So I hope that helps somebody. I want to say thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Y'all know it does my heart good when I get a notice saying I have new subscribers. Thank you so much for those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you all to the moon and back, and you know the drill. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. So don't even try, because I'm going to love you anyhow. I'm going to love you even when you're being unlovable. And most importantly, I'm going to love you when nobody else even likes you, because that's just the kind of heart that I have for God's people. Love you all, and we will talk again on Monday. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and we will do this all again on Monday. Until then, take care.